Imagine a world where chaos reigns supreme, yet you remain an island of calm. Picture yourself standing tall amidst a storm of stress, deadlines and disappointments, unfazed by the tumult around you. This isn't a fantasy, it's the power of Stoicism in action. In today's video, we're diving deep into the art of acting like nothing disturbs you, a skill that can transform your life from a roller coaster of emotions to a steady journey of growth and inner peace. You might be wondering, is it really possible to remain undisturbed in our chaotic world? The answer is a resounding yes, and the ancient Stoics have left us a treasure trove of wisdom to achieve just that. We'll explore practical techniques to master your reactions, reframe adversity, and cultivate unshakable inner peace. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to face life's challenges with the composure of a Stoic sage, turning obstacles into opportunities and finding strength in the face of adversity. If you find value in this journey towards Stoic tranquility, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps more people discover these life-changing principles. And if you're ready to embark on a path of personal growth and wisdom, subscribe to our channel for regular doses of Stoic insights. Before we dive in, I'm curious. What's the most challenging situation you've faced with Stoic calm? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might just inspire others on their Stoic journey. Technique 1. The Stoic mindset, embracing indifference. In a world where emotions run high and everything seems to demand our attention, Stoicism teaches us the invaluable skill of embracing indifference. This doesn't mean turning a blind eye to the world around us. Instead, it's about understanding the nature of our perceptions and how they can alter our experience of life. By cultivating a mindset that values stability and inner peace over external chaos, we can begin to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Central to the Stoic philosophy is the concept of apatheia, which refers to a state of being where our emotions do not control us. Unlike what some may think, apatheia does not equate to a lack of feelings. Rather, it empowers us to respond to situations with reason rather than emotional turbulence. The Stoics believed that understanding what we can and cannot control enables us to live more fulfilling lives, unshackled by the needs and demands of the external world. To cultivate this emotional resilience, we must first recognize the tremendous power that our perceptions hold. Every situation presents an opportunity for interpretation, and we have the choice of how to view these circumstances. By consciously altering our perspective, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth or setbacks as necessary for learning, we begin to change our emotional responses. This shift is foundational in embracing the Stoic mindset. It allows us to remain centered no matter what life throws our way. Practical application of Stoicism starts with simple yet profound exercises. For instance, taking a moment to breathe and pause when faced with unexpected stress can provide the necessary clarity to respond thoughtfully. Engaging in daily reflections helps crystallize lessons learned, reinforcing our commitment to this philosophy. Even a brief journaling session can serve as a powerful tool for self-examination, allowing us to confront our thoughts and feelings in a structured manner. Ultimately, the journey to embracing indifference through the Stoic mindset is an evolving process. It requires patience and practice, but the rewards are immeasurable. As we learn to differentiate between what matters and what does not, we become less susceptible to life's disturbances. We cultivate a serene disposition that empowers us to navigate our everyday lives with a sense of control and purpose. By integrating Stoic principles into our daily routines, we position ourselves on the path to true emotional freedom. Technique 2. Mastering your reactions, the art of non-reactivity. Picture this. You're stuck in gridlock traffic, late for an important meeting. Your phone buzzes with urgent messages, and the car in front of you suddenly cuts you off. How do you react? For most, this scenario would trigger a cascade of stress and anger. But what if you could maintain your composure, treating this potential meltdown as just another moment in your day? This is the essence of non-reactivity, a cornerstone of Stoic practice. At the heart of non-reactivity lies a profound insight from Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist. He noted that between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space lies our power to choose our reaction. This gap, however brief, is where our freedom resides. Stoicism teaches us to expand this gap, giving us more time to choose a reasoned response rather than an emotional reaction. To cultivate this skill, start by becoming aware of your triggers. Notice when you feel your emotions rising. Is it during heated discussions, when plans fall through? By identifying these moments, you can prepare yourself to pause before reacting. Try this exercise. The next time you feel provoked, take a deep breath and count to 5 before responding. This simple act can create the space needed for a more measured reaction. Breathing exercises are powerful tools in maintaining composure. When faced with a challenging situation, try square breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Repeat this cycle a few times. This technique not only calms your nervous system, but also redirects your focus from the stressor to your breath, creating that crucial gap between stimulus and response. Mindfulness practices complement breathing techniques beautifully. By training yourself to be present in the moment, you become less reactive to potential disturbances. Start with short daily meditation sessions, gradually increasing the duration. Focus on your breath or bodily sensations, gently bringing your attention back when it wanders. Over time, this practice will enhance your ability to remain centered amidst chaos. The power of self-talk cannot be overstated in mastering non-reactivity. When faced with a challenging situation, pay attention to your inner dialogue. Are you catastrophizing, jumping to conclusions? Replace these thoughts with more balanced, stoic alternatives. Instead of, "This is terrible," try, "This is challenging, but I can handle it." By reframing your internal narrative, you can significantly influence your external reactions. History provides us with inspiring examples of Stoic calm in action. Consider Marcus Aurelius, who ruled the Roman Empire during times of war and plague. Despite the immense pressures of his position, he maintained his composure through Stoic practices. Or Nelson Mandela, who emerged from 27 years of imprisonment without bitterness, embodying the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within our control. In modern times, we see examples of Stoic calm in various fields. Take professional athletes who maintain their focus despite intense pressure, or business leaders who navigate crises with steady hands. These individuals demonstrate that with practice, we can cultivate an unshakable inner calm, regardless of external circumstances. Mastering non-reactivity is a lifelong journey, but every step brings greater peace and effectiveness. By expanding the gap between stimulus and response, employing breathing and mindfulness techniques, and reframing our self-talk, we can face life's challenges with equanimity. Remember, the goal isn't to suppress emotions, but to respond to them wisely. With consistent practice, you'll find yourself navigating life's ups and downs with the grace and poise of a true Stoic. Technique 3. Reframing adversity, turning obstacles into opportunities. Life has a knack for throwing curveballs when we least expect them. A promotion slips through your fingers, a relationship crumbles, or a global pandemic disrupts your carefully laid plans. In these moments, it's easy to feel defeated, to see these obstacles as insurmountable barriers to our happiness and success. But what if we could view these challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones to personal growth and achievement? This is where the Stoic perspective on adversity comes into play, offering a powerful lens through which we can transform our greatest obstacles into our most significant opportunities. At the core of the Stoic philosophy is the belief that adversity is not just an inevitable part of life, but a crucial teacher. The Stoics viewed challenges as a forge, tempering our character and honing our skills. This perspective shift is encapsulated in the concept of amor fati, or love of fate, championed by Friedrich Nietzsche, but deeply rooted in Stoic thought. It's not about passively accepting whatever happens to us, but actively embracing it, seeing the potential for growth and learning in every situation, no matter how dire it may seem at first glance. To put this into practice, start by asking yourself, what can I learn from this situation? When faced with a setback, resist the urge to immediately label it as good or bad. Instead, approach it with curiosity. Perhaps a failed project teaches you valuable lessons about teamwork or time management. Maybe a health scare becomes the catalyst for adopting a healthier lifestyle. By actively seeking the silver lining, you're not just putting a positive spin on things, you're extracting real value from your experiences. Gratitude plays a pivotal role in reframing adversity. It might seem counterintuitive to feel grateful when things go wrong, but this practice can dramatically shift your perspective. Try this. At the end of each day, write down 3 things that went wrong and find something to be grateful for in each situation. This exercise trains your mind to automatically look for the positive, even in challenging circumstances. Another powerful strategy is to use setbacks as motivation for improvement. When you encounter an obstacle, ask yourself, how can this make me stronger? If you lose a job, it could be an opportunity to pivot to a more fulfilling career. If you face criticism, use it as fuel to refine your skills. By viewing obstacles as challenges to overcome rather than immovable barriers, you transform your mindset from victim to victor. History is replete with examples of individuals who turned adversity into triumph. Consider Nelson Mandela, who emerged from 27 years of imprisonment, not bitter, but as a beacon of reconciliation and hope for his nation. Or Stephen Hawking, who, despite being diagnosed with a debilitating disease, went on to become one of the most renowned physicists of our time. These individuals didn't just overcome their obstacles, they used them as catalysts for extraordinary achievement. In the business world, we see countless examples of companies that have turned potential disasters into opportunities for innovation. When a typo in their name led to ridicule, Taser International rebranded to Axon, expanding their focus and becoming a leader in law enforcement technology. When Slack's original game project failed, they pivoted the communication tool they had built for internal use into one of the most successful workplace platforms globally. On a personal level, consider the story of Bethany Hamilton, the surfer who lost her arm in a shark attack at 13. Instead of giving up her passion, she used this challenge to become not just a professional surfer, but an inspiration to millions. Or J.K. Rowling, who used her experiences with depression and poverty as fuel for creating one of the most beloved book series of all time. As we navigate life's inevitable ups and downs, remember that our power lies not in controlling external events, but in choosing our response to them. By adopting the Stoic perspective on adversity, we equip ourselves with a powerful tool for resilience and growth. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity, every setback a setup for a comeback. In embracing this mindset, we don't just weather life's storms, we learn to dance in the rain. Technique 4. Practicing negative visualization, preparing for the worst. Imagine losing everything you hold dear, your job, your home, your loved ones. Feel the weight of that loss, the pit in your stomach, the tightness in your chest. Now, open your eyes. Everything is still here. You're okay. This mental exercise might seem counterintuitive, even morbid, but it's a powerful Stoic technique called negative visualization or premeditatio malorum. Far from being a practice in pessimism, this ancient wisdom offers a surprising path to contentment and resilience in our modern world. The Stoics believed that by regularly contemplating worst-case scenarios, we could not only prepare ourselves for potential hardships, but also cultivate a deeper appreciation for what we already have. This practice stands in stark contrast to the relentless positivity often promoted in contemporary self-help literature. While positive thinking has its place, the Stoics understood that facing our fears head-on could lead to greater peace of mind and emotional stability. Implementing negative visualization in daily life doesn't require hours of gloomy contemplation. Start small. Each morning, take a few minutes to imagine losing something you value, your smartphone, your favorite coffee mug, or even your ability to see or hear. Then, when you return to reality and find these things intact, you'll likely feel a renewed sense of gratitude. This practice can extend to larger aspects of life too. Visualize losing your job, and you might find yourself more motivated at work or inspired to develop new skills. It's crucial to balance this practice with a generally optimistic outlook. The goal isn't to become paranoid or anxious, but to develop a realistic perspective that appreciates the present while being prepared for change. Think of it as a mental immune system booster. By exposing yourself to small doses of adversity in your mind, you build resilience for real-life challenges. One common misconception about negative visualization is that it leads to constant worry. In reality, the opposite is true. By facing our fears in a controlled manner, we often find that the worst-case scenarios aren't as catastrophic as we imagined. This realization can significantly reduce anxiety about potential future events. Moreover, by regularly practicing this technique, we become more adept at problem-solving and crisis management, further alleviating worry about what might come. The benefits of anticipating setbacks extend beyond personal emotional resilience. In professional settings, this practice can lead to better planning and risk management. By considering potential pitfalls in a project or business venture, you're more likely to develop contingency plans and avoid being blindsided by unexpected challenges. This proactive approach can be the difference between a minor setback and a major disaster. Perhaps most importantly, negative visualization serves as a powerful antidote to hedonic adaptation, our tendency to quickly return to a baseline level of satisfaction despite positive or negative changes in our lives. By regularly contemplating the loss of what we have, we maintain a fresh appreciation for our current circumstances, leading to greater contentment and joy in everyday experiences. As you incorporate this Stoic practice into your life, remember that the goal is not to dwell on negativity, but to use it as a tool for growth and appreciation. By facing our fears and preparing for the worst, we paradoxically open ourselves up to experiencing the best that life has to offer. In embracing this ancient wisdom, we find a path to greater resilience, gratitude, and inner peace in our modern world. Technique 5. Cultivating inner peace, focusing on what you can control. In a world that often feels like it's spinning out of control, where global events, societal pressures, and personal challenges bombard us daily, finding inner peace can seem like an impossible task. Yet the ancient Stoics offer us a powerful tool for navigating this chaos, the dichotomy of control. This principle, articulated by the philosopher Epictetus, teaches us to distinguish between what is within our power to change and what isn't. By mastering this concept, we can cultivate a sense of inner tranquility that remains unshaken, even in the face of life's most turbulent storms. At its core, the dichotomy of control is deceptively simple. Some things are within our power, and others are not. Our thoughts, actions, and attitudes fall squarely within our control. External events, other people's opinions, and the ultimate outcomes of our efforts often lie beyond it. This distinction might seem obvious, but how often do we find ourselves fretting over things we can't change? By consciously redirecting our energy towards what we can influence, we free ourselves from the futile struggle against the unchangeable. To put this principle into practice, start by conducting a control audit of your life. Take a sheet of paper and draw a line down the middle. On one side, list the aspects of your life you can control. On the other, those you can't. You might be surprised by how many items end up in the can't control column. Now here's the crucial part. Commit to focusing your time and energy solely on the can control side. This doesn't mean ignoring external circumstances, but rather choosing to direct your efforts where they can have the most impact. Letting go of external outcomes can be challenging, especially in a culture that often equates success with results. However, the Stoics remind us that true peace comes not from controlling the world around us, but from mastering our internal world. When you find yourself worrying about an outcome, ask yourself, have I done everything within my power? If the answer is yes, then you can release that worry, knowing you've fulfilled your part. This shift in focus doesn't just reduce stress. It can actually increase our effectiveness. When we stop expending energy on fruitless worry and instead channel it into actionable steps, we become more productive and resilient. For instance, instead of anxiously refreshing your email for job application responses, use that time to improve your skills or network. By concentrating on what you can control, you position yourself for success, regardless of external outcomes. Developing inner tranquility through this practice is akin to building a fortress of calm within yourself. Start by incorporating daily reflection into your routine. Each evening, review your day and identify moments where you successfully focused on what you could control, as well as instances where you got caught up in externals. This self-awareness is the first step towards change. Meditation can be a powerful tool in cultivating this inner peace. Try this simple exercise. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. As thoughts arise, categorize them as either within or outside your control. For those outside your control, practice letting them go, like leaves floating down a stream. For those within your control, acknowledge them and set an intention to act on them later. This practice strengthens your ability to distinguish between what you can and cannot influence. Remember, cultivating inner peace is not about becoming passive or indifferent to the world around you. Instead, it's about engaging with life more effectively and with greater equanimity. By focusing on what you can control, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle life's challenges, more at peace with uncertainty, and more capable of making a positive impact in your sphere of influence. This Stoic principle, when consistently applied, has the power to transform not just your inner world, but how you interact with everything and everyone around you. Technique 6. Living in accordance with nature, aligning with the universe. Imagine a world where you flow effortlessly with the currents of life, where challenges become opportunities, and where you find peace in the grand tapestry of existence. This isn't some far-fetched utopia, but the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature. It's a profound concept that goes beyond mere environmental harmony, encompassing a deep understanding of our place in the cosmic order and how to align ourselves with it. The Stoics believed that the universe operates according to a rational and orderly system, which they called the Logos. By understanding and aligning ourselves with this cosmic order, we can achieve a state of eudaimonia, or human flourishing. This doesn't mean passively accepting everything that happens, but rather actively participating in the world while recognizing our role within the larger scheme of things. To practice this principle, start by observing the natural world around you. Notice the changing seasons, the cycles of day and night, the ebb and flow of tides. These natural rhythms can teach us about impermanence and the futility of resisting change. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, how can I work with this situation rather than against it? This shift in perspective can transform obstacles into stepping stones. Embracing fate is a crucial aspect of living in accordance with nature. The Stoics called this amor fati, or love of fate. It doesn't mean resigning yourself to circumstances, but rather accepting what happens and choosing to find opportunity within it. When faced with an unexpected event, instead of lamenting, "Why me?" logically ask, "What can I learn from this?" This attitude fosters resilience and adaptability, key traits in navigating life's ups and downs. By aligning ourselves with the natural order, we can find a profound sense of peace amidst life's chaos. Remember, you are part of something greater than yourself. Your actions ripple out into the world, influencing the cosmic web in ways you may never fully comprehend. By living in harmony with nature, you're not just improving your own life, but contributing to the well-being of the entire universe. As we wrap up our exploration of Stoic principles for cultivating unshakable calm, remember that true strength comes from within. If you've found value in these insights, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Stoic wisdom. Your journey doesn't end here. Be sure not to miss out on this video that will take your personal growth to the next level. Until next time, stay resilient, stay stoic.